Jay-Z told the accuser to file criminal charges, and 50 Cent immediately exposed why that's impossible. The alleged incident happened in 2000, over 2 decades ago. The statute of limitations ran out years before anybody could press charges. So when Jay's legal team dropped that statement challenging the accuser to go to police, 50 caught it instantly. In an interview, he broke it down. This was 2000, bro. I'm not even 50 Cent yet. He was pointing out that Jay knew criminal charges couldn't be filed, meaning the challenge was never real. It was a PR move dressed up as confidence. And honestly, that's one of the most 50 Cent observations possible because he caught something most people would have missed. To understand what's happening between these two and why 50's been all over this situation, you gotta go back to 1999. That's when 50 dropped How to Rob, a track where he jokingly rapped about robbing every big name in hip-hop. Jay-Z was on that list. Jay responded at Hot 97's Summer Jam with that now infamous line, "I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 cents?" It was a dismissive clap back from someone who was already on top of the game, looking down at this upstart who had the audacity to mention his name. Most people would have let that slide after 20 years. Beefs come and go in hip-hop. People make up, do songs together, move on with their careers and their money. But 50 Cent ain't most people. He operates on a completely different timeline than other rappers. While others let drama fade away and old wounds heal, 50 stores that energy like a battery. He doesn't release it right away. He waits. He watches. He collects information. And when somebody slips up, when circumstances change, he strikes. That's been his pattern since day one. So let's talk about the allegations, because this is what everybody needs to understand. In October 2024, a federal civil lawsuit was filed in the Southern District of New York. The plaintiff, identified only as Jane Doe, claimed she was assaulted at 13 years old at a private house party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The lawsuit initially named Diddy and an unnamed Celebrity A. On December 8, 2024, the complaint was amended. Celebrity A was identified as Sean Carter, Jay-Z. Now, I want to be absolutely clear here. These are allegations in a civil lawsuit. Jay-Z has categorically denied them. He released a lengthy statement calling the claims idiotic and accusing attorney Tony Busby of attempted extortion. He said he would fight these allegations publicly and in court. The case is ongoing and nothing has been proven. But the timing of everything that followed is where this story gets interesting. Remember all those interviews where 50 kept asking, "Where's Jay at?" while the Diddy situation was unfolding? The federal raids on Diddy's properties happened in March 2024. The indictment came in September. Through all of it, 50 was doing interviews, posting on social media, providing running commentary on everything happening. And he kept bringing up Jay-Z's silence. Everybody assumed he was just being 50, doing what he does, trolling, getting under people's skin, generating clicks and engagement. But after Jay-Z was named in the lawsuit, 50 said something revealing in an interview. He admitted he was saying things without fully knowing what he was saying at the time. But looking back now, he said it's obvious Jay's team was already aware he was named in those allegations. So all that silence from Jay while Diddy's situation was blowing up, according to 50's theory, that wasn't random. Jay wasn't just staying out of drama. He was preparing for what was coming his way. He knew the storm was on the horizon. And this is the part nobody talks about. Tony Yayo confirmed something that adds major context. According to him, Jay-Z allegedly tried to block 50 Cent from performing at the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show. That show featured Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and 50 Cent. It was a historic moment for hip-hop, one of the biggest stages any rapper could ask for. But Roc Nation produces that halftime show. Jay has significant influence over the lineup as part of their partnership with the NFL. According to Yayo, Jay didn't want 50 there at all. Yayo said Eminem had to push back, essentially refusing to do it without 50 on that stage with him. Think about that for a second. Jay-Z allegedly tried to keep 50 off one of the biggest stages in music history, and only Eminem standing firm made it happen. That's not competition. That's not beef that stays on records. That's obstruction. And 50 Cent never forgot it. On December 9th, 2024, the day after Jay-Z was publicly named in the lawsuit, 50 posted and later deleted an Instagram mocking Jay's appearance at the Mufasa premiere with his whole family. The caption was something like, "Jay said they said I ride a kid, Everybody get dressed. We going to see Mufasa. One podcaster described seeing that post while eating breakfast with his daughter in his arms, scrolling through his phone, and just being stunned at how fast 50 moved on it. Another commentator noted that taking the family to a Disney premiere was probably image control, positioning Jay as a loving family man in the public eye. Whether that's true or not, 50 made sure everybody interpreted it a certain way. He controlled the narrative before Jay's team could even respond. But there's more going on here. 50's been working on a Netflix documentary about Diddy titled Did He Do It? He's got production resources. He's got sources. He's got access to information and people that most don't. And he's been building this project while everybody else stayed quiet to protect relationships. 50 even shared an AI-generated video depicting Jay-Z and Diddy getting arrested, joking about fearing retaliation for posting it. He's not just commenting on news anymore. He's creating content that shapes how people visualize what might happen next. He's putting images in people's heads of Jay-Z in handcuffs before anything's happened legally. That's psychological warfare. 50 understands social media better than almost anybody in entertainment. He knows memes and jokes spread faster than official statements or press releases. He knows once an image is in somebody's head, it's hard to get out. And he's weaponizing all of it while framing everything as humor and observations. Here's where I need to be real, though. Did 50 Cent orchestrate these allegations? Did he manufacture evidence or coordinate with attorneys? No, there's no evidence of that at all. The lawsuit's timeline predates 50's commentary by months. The case was filed in October, and 50 wasn't focusing on Jay-Z until December when he was named publicly. There's no known connection between 50 and Tony Busby, the attorney handling the case. But here's the thing about how 50 operates. And this is what people mean when they say he set up Jay-Z. You don't have to fabricate the situation. You don't have to create fake allegations or plant evidence. You just have to make sure everybody's watching when it goes down. Position yourself as the narrator of the story. And that's exactly what 50 did. For months, he made sure the world was paying attention to everything connected to Diddy and that whole circle. So when Jay-Z's name finally dropped, 50 had already primed the audience. The beef has always been about more than rap. 50's pointed out patterns in how Jay handles conflict over the years. When Jadakiss came for Jay back in the day, people noticed Jay put Beanie Siegel out front to respond instead of addressing it himself. 50 mentioned this in interviews, saying Jay always put somebody in front of him when confrontation comes, whether fair or not. That's the narrative 50's been building. And now there are reports 50 is sitting on additional information he hasn't released. Someone referenced reports that 50 has information serious enough to put Jay away for life. Is that true? Is that exaggeration? Nobody outside 50's circle knows for sure. But the suggestion keeps the pressure on. What we know is 50 Cent has been consistent for over 2 decades. He don't forget nothing, and he don't forgive nothing. Every slight gets stored away. Every attempt to block his success gets remembered. And when somebody who wronged him stumbles, 50 is there with receipts and commentary. Some call it petty. Some call it strategic genius. Some think he's exposing hidden things. Others think he's exploiting serious allegations. There's truth in all those perspectives. What's undeniable is 50's shaped how millions are processing these allegations against Jay-Z. Every time someone sees Jay now, they think about what 50 posted. Every time there's an update in the case, people check 50's Instagram first to see his reaction. He's made himself the main character in somebody else's legal drama, and he did it without even trying that hard. And whether Jay's ultimately vindicated in court or not, 50's already won something he's been wanting for 25 years. He's got Jay-Z playing defense. The man who dismissed him as 50 Cent is now issuing statements and showing up at Disney premieres with his family to manage his image. The roles have flipped. So here's my question, and I genuinely want to know. Do you believe 50 actually knows more than he's letting on? Maybe he's got information from the documentary that hasn't dropped yet. Or is he just the world's greatest opportunist positioned perfectly when this went down? Maybe both. Drop your take in the comments because this one has me thinking. If you made it this far, hit subscribe. We're following this story because 50 Cent ain't done talking yet. And the way he's been moving, whatever he posts next might be as newsworthy as the court documents.